Welcome back to Sports Cards with Joe
and Doug.
And Doug, today we are back in the studio to talk about the one thing in our industry that has been constant, and that is change.
A lot of change.
We've seen licenses change. We've seen new ownership of manufacturers, you name it. We've seen it over the last few years. And today, we're going to talk about some changes we are implementing to our grading program. Many of you have worked with us for many, many years. Of course, we've been a group submitter with PSA and SGC dating back all the way to 1998. And we've recently done, you and I and others here have done a thorough analysis of our grading program. And what was really interesting to me, Doug, was the fact that a huge majority of you, our submitters, send in for screening.
Absolutely. That's what we want.
Yeah, we love helping customers with that. But the thing that we've learned, and when we looked at all the analytics, and I broke it down every which way I could, was I saw that the great majority of our submitters request the screening, but also that is the submissions that require by far the most time.
The most manpower. So
Absolutely.
Much is involved in it. And we get a lot of feedback about how much people appreciate the images that we send and the notes that I make on the cards. So I know that's important to people, but it is also very time consuming.
Correct. So we are splitting out our grading in two different ways. We're talking PSA first, because that's what most of you probably want to know about. So what we're going to do going forward, effective November 1st, is for those who do not want any screening, we are dropping our quantity pricing down to $19 plus shipping. If you're doing 20 plus cards, this is effectively a price drop for you. So we're changing the shipping because honestly, we held on to that free shipping threshold for the last 4 years, and the post office and UPS and FedEx, all they've done is go up year after year after year. And I spent a ton of time with our shipping manager, and we just can't keep eating those costs every single order. So there's no margin when that happens. So we're dropping the price for those who don't want screening to $19 plus shipping on the back end. Mathematically, this means if you're sending us over 20 cards and you don't want screening, this is effectively a price drop for you. So we look forward to those who, I've got a big collection, it's a PC, I want everything done, I don't need any extra work done on it. Send those cards into us, we're now able to offer you better pricing. So the thing we're splitting out, the service, and first let's talk about, Doug, explain to our viewers, if they haven't seen another video where we talk about it, we offer something, and basically this is going to be a $2 option now, where we call it full service screening. Explain what all that includes.
I'd love to. It's what I do every day and what I really enjoy doing, and that's basically taking the cards for screening and individually reviewing each card with a fine-tooth comb. And that sounds pretty basic, but there's a lot involved in catching surface problems, front and back, edges, corners, centering. Some cards are very difficult to determine the centering on, but we take our time with each card. I clean off fingerprints off of at least 25% to 50% of the cards, and sometimes it's just a nominal fingerprint at the top of the card. Sometimes it looks like I could do a full DNA analysis with how many fingerprints there are all over the card. Mm-hmm. And PSA does not like fingerprints. I not only look at the front surface, even if it doesn't matter, I'm looking at fingerprints on the backs of the cards as well, and I'm buffing those out, I'm cleaning those off as well. We see a lot of cards. It's very difficult to determine some of the conditions and the issues that you have with them, but with the area that I work in, I cannot duplicate that. I have an amazing area where the lighting is just right and the shadows that my light creates, it almost stands out. It's almost like a neon sign that says, this is a scratch right here. I also wanted you to know that I do spend a lot of time and I do care about not just your cards, my cards, everybody's cards, but I want everybody to be happy with the services that we have. And I understand that when I have your card and I'm looking at it and I pass it for PSA approval, that I am the last person outside of PSA to have that card out raw. And I want to make sure that it is clean and perfect and ready to be graded and put in a holder that it's going to be in there for the rest of its life. So I do really care about it, and I feel like, I mean, I'm very proud of what we do, not just myself, but Joe screens cards as well. And we really do put a lot of effort into looking at the card, each one individually, and it takes quite a while, as we all know.
And even before examining the card, there's the counterfeit. I mean, a lot of times we catch counterfeits, and those save you. We've saved customers tens of thousands of dollars on fake Jordans, fake Babe Ruths, fake Mickey Mantles, you name it.
Right, because you got to send them in at the higher levels.
Right.
But again, that's just one of those things. I get it all the time. Not authentic, I'll put on the card, because fake sounds a little too harsh. But not authentic, and someone will go, how do you know that it's not authentic? And it's amazing that just looking at a card, after we've seen the card so many times over and over, it's almost just a visual, even in the slab. But when you take them out of the slab and you feel that shiny, new printer paper quality, new photo quality,
almost like a laminate card. Yeah.
It is easy to determine those for us, and we want to help you, because each one of those saves at least 20. But even as much as hundreds of dollars for fake Jordans and fake Ruths and stuff like that.
Yeah, and so, but even beyond the screening, when we talk about full service screening, we also, cards that you've rejected, or I've rejected, or others have rejected, we take images of those cards, send those to the submitter, then they can determine, they make the final say. You make the final say, do you want to submit that card or not? So we not only do the screening, send you images of all of them that we recommend that you don't send. We then allow you the opportunity to say, you know what, I really like that Jordan card. Go ahead and submit it. So there's a lot of time spent going back and forth so that you submit the exact cards you want to, and you have a piece about sending them. And so all of that service encompasses, $2. In the past, we were doing $2 for the rejects. But then the more we analyze, we realize we're spending just as much time on everything that passes as that fails. And so basically now, again, if you don't want the screening and you're doing quantity, you can do it as low as $19 with shipping, 19 plus shipping. If you want the screening, it's basically a separate line item. For any service level, it's $2. If it's a $600, if it's a $6,000 high-grade Jordan rookie, it's still $2 for us to look at it. It doesn't matter the value of the card. We don't charge you more for the service. So basically, it's just going to be a line item on the form. Do you want screening, yes or no? If you do, if you want the full service screening, it's a flat $2 a card, whether they pass or fail. There's nothing additional if it's a reject. So you can say, oh, you're going up on pricing. No, we're actually saving you. If you don't want the screening, we're simply putting a value on the service we provide. Because I want to read this to you. I know I'm going to embarrass you and probably make Doug cry here, but
it's easy
I just
to
got
do.
a letter this morning from a new submitter, and he said, I'm going to cut to the chase. Good morning. I've just become a customer of yours over the last month or so. Here it goes. I've been around a long time, dealt with many businesses and their employees, and I can honestly say I've never been treated by anyone like I have been treated at your place of business from day one. Tyler and Doug, Tyler is Doug's co-worker in overseeing our grading division. Tyler and Doug are two of the most amazing people I may have ever dealt with. These men are courteous, professional, responsive, diligent, empathetic, knowledgeable, and dare I say caring with, I can tell, big hearts. Although you have probably thousands and thousands of customers, which we do, sending tens if not hundreds of thousands of cards, which we do, these guys continue to make me feel like I am their only one. They are truly awesome. So I appreciate the job y'all do, because I got this email this morning. It said, email for Joe and or upper management. So and I'm both. So
and it was sent by my wife, was that?
No.
Okay.
I don't think she'd send one quite that nice.
No, you're right about that.
But so simply put, we're basically splitting out the service now for those who don't want screening and for those who do. It's very simple. It's for the bulk. If you're doing 20 plus cards, you can get it as low as $19 plus shipping. If you want the screening and you're doing quantity, it'll be as low as $19 plus $2 for the full service screening. So again, that's whether it passes or fails. There's no additional charge for the reject. There's no additional charge for emailing you back and forth, no matter how many times. There's no additional charge for talking to you over the phone. And the bottom line is, we will not compromise the integrity of the service we offer. We're not going to do it halfway to rush the process. So we want it done right, and we know you expect that from us, and we want you to be able to continue to expect that from us. And so we're going to continue to offer, we believe, the best grading service in the industry. You can shop around. There are other group submitters out there. No one beats us, the overall value we provide.
And our website, all of our forms are now updated,
yes.
ready to go. I encourage you to go back. Sometimes I get older forms in, but I encourage you to go to the website. It's very simple to find the PSA submission or the SGC submission form or any of the certain companies that we handle, and it's already updated on all those forms.
Right. And also with SGC, we're doing the same thing. We now have a 40 card quantity price drop with SGC as low as 15 plus shipping. So again, it's going to be flat rate shipping of $20 for 6 plus cards. It's a flat $20. That includes signature. If you send us 1,000 cards, as we had one submitter send us several thousand, it's $20. So that doesn't even cover our costs most of the time because of the volume. Because PSA graded cards weigh a good bit.
Yeah.
And the more you send. So if we're doing several and we're covering signature required, the first $100 of insurance is thrown in. So there's a lot of perks there. So if you have questions, let us know. We're happy to answer. We've tried to make it as simple as possible for you. It's all there on the forms, and you can shoot us emails, GotBaseballCards@gmail.com. You can message us on Instagram, message us on Facebook, wherever. But we just wanted to get this out as this new price drop and price change are all hitting today. So we appreciate you tuning in. We'll be back with more great content in the near future. Hope to see many of you in Dallas this weekend. Thanks so much for watching. Signing off for Joe.
And Doug.